back to another lesson. Today's lesson is about completing a piano piece in your grade 8 music theory exam question 2. Let's take a listen on how this piece sounds like. So let's analyze this piece. Of course, there are many ways to write this piece of music. Okay, so as long as your analysis can make sense and then your chord progression can match with what is given in the music, you should be able to score well. Okay, so you still need a teacher. Eventually, you still need a teacher to mark your paper for you. Okay, so I'm here just give you some suggestion on how to complete this piece of music. So first of all, let's analyze the key first. In the beginning, there is a D minor, okay, because it has one flat and it starts with D minor chord. First chord, D, F, A. And then in the first bar, immediately you can see there is a G sharp. So over here you see G sharp, B, E. It's a E, G, B chord if you rearrange the chord in sequence. But why the E, G, B has a sharp, one has a G has a sharp? In D minor, E, G, B is a chord 2. It's supposed to be a diminished chord in D minor. In minor key, chord 2 is supposed to be a diminished chord E, G, and B flat. But now this chord has been altered, and chord 2 very frequently can be altered by the composer. So in this case, this is called a secondary chromatic chords. Okay, so actually it's an altered chord. So instead of E, G, B flat, the composer altered it to be E, G sharp, B. Okay, so if you look at your grade 8 textbook, or you can Google about this chord, this is called secondary dominant. Is a supertonic chromatic chords. Okay, so it's altered from chord 2. And in bar 2, there is new accidentals again, which is a G, B flat, E flat. This is another type of altered chord, which is a Napoleon 6. So in D minor, Napoleon 6, you have E flat, G, and B flat. Okay, so for this chord, I actually has a video that talk about this Napoleon 6 chord, or you can Google to find out more about this. Okay, so this is another topic. But over here, I would like to analyze it as Napoleon 6 chord. Okay, so E, G, B. So this is how it sounds like. Okay, so this is a supertonic chromatic chord, and then so this is a Napoleon 6 chord. It will make your harmony sound more interesting. And followed by third bar of first line, it starts with D, F, A again. Okay, so I will name this as a D, F, A chord. Okay, so third bar, first line, there is a D and B flat. So since this is a D and B flat, I can name it as chord 4, G, B, D. And then chord 4 can end with a 5. Okay, so which is a dominant chord. So at the end of the fourth bar, I can form a imperfect cadence by using 4 to 5. Okay, so in terms of melody, I would like to have it, bar 3, it starts with D. Okay, so I would like to have D, E, F, G. It ends with G, which is a chord 4. G, B, D has a G. So I would like to D, start with D and end with G. And in between, I add E and F as passing notes. So D, E, F, G. Then the last bar of the first line, instead of 5, I would like to have 1 C to 5. Okay. So then the last bar of the first line, instead of 5, I would like to have 1 C to 5. Okay, so the left hand play A, 1 C. Okay. Okay. So that's how I end this first line. So please remember, when you have a chance to end with 1 C5, you must do so. So fourth bar, I'm using 1 C5. Okay. Okay. So lead the tonic, go to leading note. So it gives you a kind of a comma. It sounds like a comma in a melody writing or in writing a sentence. Okay. So imperfect cadence give you a unfinished kind of feeling, and just a comma, temporary stop. So in second line, I would like to start with BFA because they give you D and A. Again, it's if you compare it with the bar 1, okay, bar second line bar 1 D and A, compare with the bar first line bar 1, it's actually the same. So since the left hand chords is the same, you can actually copy the right hand melody again. Okay, so first and second bar of second line, you can copy this. This can come back again. Okay, next, it followed by third bar of second line, which is bar 7. It starts with D, F, A. Okay, so D, F, A, go to F. It's still chord note, still in chord 1. So this G is a passing note and go to A. Okay, so happen that this A is a 5 of dominant note, chord 5 of D minor. Okay, so I will use chord 5 here, and then next bar I will go to chord 1. Okay, this is chord 1. So in terms of the right hand melody, I would like to repeat the D. Okay, because I choose D, E, D is because I want to lead it to go to the leading note and then tonic, C sharp and D. So over here it gives you a very satisfying ending because it's a perfect cadence. Okay, so it sounds like this, bar 7 and 8. Okay, so this is a perfect cadence. Okay, how it sounds like. Okay, leading note and tonic. Okay, so first and second line are done. Now let's look at the third line. The third line we have, okay, so you start with third line first bar. Okay, in third line first bar, which is bar 9. Okay, you start with F, F, E. Then the right hand answer. Okay, do you notice this is like a question, and then the right hand answer in the next bar, which is like an imitation. Okay, so this question and answer, this conversation is going on here. So I'm sure we should continue this conversation like this. Okay, which we call it it's like a imitation. Okay, so third bar of third line, I will continue using this conversation or imitation method. Okay, so this conversation start with an octave. So my imitation, I also start with a octave because imitation you must have same interval. So I also start with, okay, third bar of third line. I also copy the conversation, and then fourth bar of third line, I continue to copy A. Okay. Okay, so this is a octave. Okay. Then after that, then so fourth bar I will put A. So this is the imitation between the hand. Okay. So let's listen to this imitation between the hand. Question, then fourth bar of third line. Okay, so they imitate each other. Then this conversation and imitation method will make this music sound more interesting. Okay, then followed by next phrase. Okay, before going to a fourth line, some students may ask me, since there is an imitation, is it possible to have the same chords? And you notice third line, second bar, that if I use it's a C, E, G, and then D, F, A. Okay, so happen that this look like a G minor chord 4 to 5 because there is an F sharp. Okay, third line, second bar, when there is an F sharp, we can assume it to be the leading note of a minor key. Okay, so let's assume this to be G minor. It raised the F sharp. Okay, so in G minor, this is chord 4, C, E, G, and then chord 5, D and F. Then the next one is I continue with the imitation. It's G, B, D. Okay, so happen that this G, B, D is a chord 4 of D minor. Then A and C sharp become chord 5 of D minor also. So this bar is 4, 5 of D minor. Okay, so the last bar of third line, when I imitate, copy the interval, it becomes like this. Okay, so happen that this is D, F, A. It becomes chord 4 and 5 of A minor. Okay, so if you make your imitation correctly, you should see 3 different keys, but using the same cadence. 4 to 5 of G minor, 4 to 5 in D minor, and 4 to 5 in A minor. Okay, so last line, it starts with A, C, E. Last line, first bar, it starts with, this is an A minor chord. So apparently this could have go back to A minor because last line, the first bar, you can see there is a G sharp. Okay, so apparently this is more like a minor key. Okay, so A minor, I repeat this D, and then it go to chord 1. Okay, bar 2 of last line go to chord 1. So I put A and C. Okay, then next chord they give you D and F. So I use D, F, A. Okay, and right hand melody, I choose D because D is the nearest note to the C in the melody. Okay, so D, C, B, A. So the next one, I lead my melody go to A because this third line of the last line, third bar of the last line, I want to end with 1B, 5, 1 because of the given note. Okay, the note is 1B because in left hand I have C and E. So I choose A in the right hand because A is the important root note. Okay, and then the chord 5, they give you E, B, D in the left hand. So right hand I will choose B, A, G. Okay, the reason why I choose B is because I want the melody to lead to leading note G sharp. Leading note and then home. Going home. Okay, so leading note and then tonic. Okay, so this gives a very satisfying ending of A minor. So of course my version of answering this question is just a suggestion. I'm sure you may have other questions or other methods of completing this piece. So eventually, I'm sure you still need your teacher to mark for you because there are many possibilities. There's no fixed answer for this question. As long as your chord progression and melody can match with each other, you should be able to score well. And don't forget, at the end of each line, you need to have a cadence and always lead the tonic and leading note together. Okay, so if it's imperfect cadence, most likely we have tonic go to leading note. Okay, so this is how it sounds like imperfect cadence. ending, which is 5-1. Okay, complete ending is 5-1. Just now the incomplete ending is go to 5. Ending go to 5 is incomplete. It will sound unfinished. Okay, so if it sound complete ending, it will sound like leading to tonic. Okay, this is because the leading note is go to tonic, so it's complete ending. Okay, another example. Okay, so this is leading note go to tonic. Okay, it gives you a more satisfying kind of ending. And most commonly, the most common mistake that students make is usually they forget to resolve the ending of each line. Okay, to tonic, leading note, tonic. They forget this, so the music will go on and on and on. No, it sounds like no full stop and no comma, and that is not so nice. Okay, so this is the things that you need to take note and remember. If you like my lesson, please stay subscribed, and I look forward to seeing you in my next lesson. Thank you for watching. Bye.